Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful people listening to the 104.7. Salam adarachu, ndaman adarachu. Good morning, happy Monday. Nkwan labrahana sanyo adarasachu. I hope you guys enjoying your time early in the morning. Ladies and gents, this is InSheger. I'm your host, Dawi Fasika, joining me, T in the building, and we do have a special guest in the building as well. Ladies and gents, Kalkidan Tesfaye, owner of Lamba Studio, joining us today early in this beautiful Monday morning. Good morning.
Good morning, DA. So nice to be here.
It's so nice having you here. You know what I mean? It's so nice to have you and join us early on the Monday morning. How you doing? How you been?
I'm doing good.
So tell us, to everybody else, just listening and rocking with us for the first time as well, just give us a little bit of preview of, I guess, Lamba Studio as well. I mean, you do have so many different things in there as well. So give us a little preview of, Lamba Studio and, and a little bit of your background as well, how you started up.
I'm an architect. I have architectural background.
That's
yes.
Great. That's where the creative side comes in, right?
Yes. Yes. So I've studied in IABC. I have an architectural background. And the way I started Lamba Studios back in 2016 was right after I graduated from IABC, from Architecture College.
2016.
2016, yes. Wow. Officially, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
amazing.
So when you study in the IABC, mostly architecture, you be shaped in a way that you be handy with stuff like we used to make. We used to do workshops like with wood, metal, and everything. To the point you also make plumbing and everything. It's a really nice place to be in. Honestly speaking, it's a good college. So that's how I got influenced by product design. So I chose to specialize in product design even after I left architecture college. So that's how it started.
Okay.
And when Lamba Studios first started in 2016, we started with experimental products. So we first did an exhibition in January 2016. Let There Be Light was the title of the exhibition because light is the most powerful thing in the whole world. And also in interiors and everything, light is the most powerful element in interior designs as well. So we started to experiment with lightings, light and shadows, and even materials from different things, starting from eucalyptus seeds. It was a really nice and experimental show. So that's how we officially started, and with light shades, with lamp shades, lightings. Okay. That's how Lamba Studio started. Yes,
that's amazing. So, what right now, currently as well? Like, what are the things that Lamba Studio is doing? What are the products that you guys have?
So through the years, Lamba Studios has expanded its products. Like I said, first it was lampshades, and then with different materials, like with wood and metal, mostly with wood.
Wood, okay.
Yes. And now we also design cutleries.
Oh, okay.
Kitchen stuff, yes. One of my favorite clients was Chef Johannes.
Oh, wow.
I liked how it shaped our studio because he's a perfectionist, and I like how he doesn't even care if 20 piece of plates is not just accurate enough. It just goes back. Oh, yeah. Yes, and he shaped us into becoming a good a perfectionist and consistency as well.
So you guys make trays and plates?
Trays, plates, his potteries, yes.
Oh, okay.
So different home elements. As well. Yes, that's potteries amazing. As well. Wow. So pottery is makes you really flexible with things. The process is very fascinating. The way clay becomes a product throughout the process.
I've always been curious.
We'll do a clay experience together. It will be really nice. You'd love it. Yes. So the process is very nice. It's very fascinating. It tests your patience as well sometimes because if a slightest sun comes into the clay before it dries, it's just poof. You'd see just the clay just go burst.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I had no idea. Wow.
So the process is really it's like having a baby. It's tricky as well.
I can only imagine. That sounds,
Yeah.
wow.
So we also do potteries and trays, like wooden trays. And coasters.
Coasters as
yes,
well.
we try to integrate culture and contemporary design.
Yeah, I've seen the rockabouts as well.
Yes, we do rockabouts as well. Rockabouts. How can I forget? Yes.
I saw them like this is quite. It looks like a rockabout traveling from the future here. It looks
Really?
As it really is. I like the design. I like how it looks and all that. This is actually a nice way. I like the product, the designs that you guys have. I mean, how's it been then? Tell me about like how do you reach out? It's more, and now you're doing digital business as well. Tell me. We're gonna get into that as well, man. I have a whole lot of questions. My mind was also going around the fact that how to go about digital business and owning running a business on digital platforms. Tell me about that journey as well, because especially you starting at that time you did as well, like it wasn't quite popular in our country as well. So it's like, tell me as to how it's progressing as well and the momentum of that.
I do most of my sales online, and the way it progressed, it's really nice, especially from COVID times.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
COVID times, it was so surprising how my business was booming in a way.
Wow.
Because people were staying at home. It was that time that they start looking at their house. Oh, I miss this. I need this and that. So the option was going through online platforms.
Okay.
That's the point that my online platforms start booming. And
it's crazy.
It's crazy. And surprisingly, when I see the demography of my clients, my customers, they're usually women, especially wives, housewives and everything. And it's really nice to see those people engaging in digital platforms. Surprisingly, those are the demographies that use digital platforms.
That's amazing. It's incredible.
My scope of clients and customers.
Wow.
So it's really nice.
As one of the things as well, like it's so surprising that you mentioned COVID as well, because I had another guest as well that said that COVID was the best time for their business as well, because they gotten the chance to explore more, they gotten the chance to be more, I guess, accessible for other people as well through social media and so forth. It's crazy how that part of our life, COVID, had so many different kind of experience for so many different kind of people, and especially for business as well, like if you are aware of it. So it's like, it goes to show, like, during even the most challenging times that you actually see your business blooming, what I mean? So tell me, because I remember most people had such a traumatic experience when COVID hit as well. So it's like, not only COVID as well, like how do you deal with just challenges that you come across on businesses as well?
So like I said, COVID surprisingly was a good time for me, for my business. I mean, it's not something to say, but
it's true. No lie, it is what it is.
Yeah, because I find myself driving from home to work alone, and I'm like, am I doing this alone? Where's everybody? And it's like, shoo, you drive to work like in 10 minutes, 7 minutes, and I used to live far away from my house, from my workplace back then. And the business was really nice. Like I said, people would be I mean, we are as social beings, but when you're immediately told to stay at home, you start wondering, what am I going to do?
What's going to happen?
Also, funny enough, people started doing DIYs as well at that moment, which was really nice.
Yeah.
And so for my business specifically, so people started ordering like lampshades, coasters, and everything, like for their house. Yeah. So they started doing renovations.
Yeah. Actually, that's the time when people start to dive into that.
Yeah.
Time and space and so forth. But yeah, we're gonna have a whole lot of things we're gonna discuss, ladies and just. So tell me about what projects what you guys are working on. What should we expect from Lamba Studio as well?
So sometimes as a designer, some things caught you up in the business. Like when you're so focused on producing practical designs, you get caught up in the process, and you be having that routine.
Okay.
And as a designer, I don't really like that. I mean, as much as it supports the business, it just takes you away from the design, you know. And so we don't want to lose the experimental side of Lamba Studios, because that's what we want at the end. So we're coming up with experimental designs, collections, coming up very soon. We try to make them as practical as we can, but I like the ideas behind them. So the ideas are from history, from things that like from products that we've been using so far, but then that are evolved through time. But most of like the one that I like so much is the historical side of it. Taking concepts from our history and changing them into a product.
That's amazing.
Yes, a piece, like a sculptural piece, you know what I mean? Like something that you'd want to place, respected in your house. We've done something similar years back. We have a product called Zemenai.
Okay.
It's a vase that's so Zemenai, so with a dress. It's a wooden, by the way. It's not a dress. It's a wooden product.
Really?
It's a vase. It's a golden vase. Yes. So we want to continue doing that, so that's why we're coming up with these collections.
It's art. It's also creating an art. This is like something that stands out, something that people, you know what I mean? How do you dive into that creative side? Like, what really helps you into creating the products? Like, what inspires you?
So like in different times, I take different inspirations. It could be nature. It could be, like I said, history. It could also be traditions. For instance, we also like extracting from an existing product as well. For instance, when we designed the Brockaboat, Brockaboat is one of the main gadgets of our house.
Yeah,
and the main like it's a main thing.
Yeah.
Like coffee ceremony is a big thing here in Ethiopia. So, but these days, the way we live. So we don't really buy those massive big Brockaboats these days, So we extracted the basic idea of the Brockaboat, and then how we live in this contemporary world. So we combine the two. We extract the designs from the existing, and then we turn them into modern day gadget. So it also makes it very simple to use. So the collections that I'm telling you about, they also go to the wildlife as well, like what we have as an endemic animals. So we take concepts from them as well, because we want to preserve the idea of those things in our products as well, and into the generation as well.
That's
now talking
amazing.
about Nyala and Walia through your products,
That sounds amazing.
Yes, one of our inspirations as well.
What's up, guys? I just want to quickly remind you that this show is brought to you by Deliver Addis. Make sure you download the app or go to the website www.deliveraddis.com. Check your favorite restaurant and get your meal from 30 to 60 minute. Deliver Addis, our sponsor. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel as well. Peace. Wow.
Yeah.
It's really, I get so, it's like, especially in this kind of products that requires skill and requires creativity, especially, I love wood. Like, I love things that are, the carpentry is when people are being creative and, changing a pile of wood into something art, something beautiful, you know what I mean? So I think there's so much into that. What got you to actually get into that life as well? Like, do you ever did you grow up around it, especially in Chatsaras, like, you know what I mean? What got you did you ever practice the clay stuff as well? Like,
so like I said, back in school.
oh yeah.
We used to work in the workshop a lot, especially starting from third year. me and my classmates, we took this special course called EBE. It was an envelope, experimental envelope course. And we used to work a lot on facades. And so we used to work in the workshop. Like this, the course was at the workshop.
Okay.
So our project specifically was on woodworking, a wood facade with a plexiglass and colorful facades. So back then, the exposure of working at the workshop with wood and everything, it was just really inspiring. It's like I was like, I'm gonna do this in the future. It's like there's no way I'm stopping. So at that point, me and my partners, the school partners, used to be very fascinated, and I remember we used to work on Sundays as well. So we were passionate about it starting from that point.
It's amazing. It really truly is amazing. Ali in the studio joining me. We've been talking about Lamba Studio. We've been talking about the creative aspects of it as well. We've been talking about the business aspects of it as well. Really, like, how do people, since we were also running out of time, like, one, of course, what are the things that are coming up, and also how do people reach out to you and get to the products that the Lamba Studio offers? How do you suggest people go about that?
So like I said, most of our businesses run on online digital market. So we are at Lamba Studios, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Telegram. So those are the main social medias that we use.
Lamba Studio. Why Lamba?
Lamba means it's the most primitive way of light.
Well, yeah.
Yes. Because Lamba.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it also means vision, in another language. And so the reason was, like I said, we started with lightings, with light, the most powerful thing, So
I agree.
yeah, so especially in design, it just creates a whole lot of difference in interiors as well. So that's how it started. It means light, the primitive way of lighting. It works with gas, with oil-based lighting.
Okay.
So that's
how it started.
Yes.
Lamba Studio. Make sure you guys check it out. You know what I mean? Go find them on Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, TikTok. Check out the products they got. Really amazing products. And place your orders and let us know as well. You know what I mean? We're so happy to have you here and joining us. Appreciate it very much. Ladies and gents, we do have to wrap it up as well.